Sorry about that, you guys, but welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into part 2 of chapter 9 of One of Us is Back by Karen and McManus. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Didn't she leave with Jules, Maeve asked. No, I say. Everyone stares at me, probably because this isn't the kind of thing I tend to notice. That loser boyfriend of hers was too wasted to drive, so Crystal took her keys and made them leave with someone else. Phoebe wasn't there. Addie digs her fingernails into her palm. I hope she got home okay. I wouldn't worry so much, but Ashton's gotten me all worked up about that billboard. Guys, Louise calls from the other end of the table. Pay attention. That was the second out. The inning might be over soon. Addie ignores him. I wish we knew what those revenge form guys are up to now, she says, looking pointedly at Maeve, who doesn't notice because she's doing the supportive girlfriend thing by staring at the television screen almost as hard as Louise is. Maeve's working on it, Rowan says. Give her time. The billboard's gone back to the dancing energy drink. I say I noticed it on the ride here with a sense of relief. Guess they fixed the hack. On the TV screen, the capacity crowd roars with disappointment when the batter hits a foul ball into the stands. This guy's timing is way off, Louise says, leaning forward intently. He's gonna pop up any second. Just you wait. Oh, good. Cooper, who's sitting up front with Chris, rubs both hands across his face. I'd just like to remind everyone that I'm not an actor, and I wouldn't even have done this except my car's on its last leg, so... Cooper, you work harder than anyone I've ever known, and you deserve to be recognized for that, Chris says, and paid for it. Don't you dare apologize. You say that now, Cooper mutters, but his shoulders relax a little. I know he's been worried about taking my kind of sponsorship, afraid that companies want him only because of lingering baby for notoriety. And yeah, maybe that's part of it. None of us can ever rule it out fully, but he had a phenomenal freshman year. More than ever, he seems destined for a huge career. Okay. Can you sit down? Can you sit? Okay, we're just gonna go like this. He might as well start getting paid for it. I wish Noni could have come. I love watching her cheer Cooper on, Addie says wistfully. Her phone starts buzzing on the table, then before she can reach for it, Rowan snatches it up and puts it face down. Don't answer, she says. Louise was right, inning over. The screen fades to black and Louise calls, here we go. Maeve shushes him as a sleek gym interior appears with a huge logo for Fired Up Fitness on the wall. Heavy bass music kicks in as the camera pans to the workout machine's lockers, a bunch of weights, and then Cooper running on a treadmill like his life depends on getting away as fast as possible. The room erupts into cheers so loud that we can't hear anything else for a few beats, which is fine because the commercial is just one shot after another of Cooper working out, barely breaking a sweat while looking like a superhero. So far, I'm loving this, Chris says, as Cooper squats with a barbell across his shoulders on screen. Then the music fades as Cooper puts down the weights, reaches for a towel, and turns toward the camera. Nothing gets me fired up like fitness, he says. There's a moment of stunned silence in the room because that was easily the most wooden line that anyone's ever delivered. Cooper sounded like a robot programmed for English by someone who's never actually heard it spoken, but then we erupt into even louder cheers because Cooper still rules, and that was weirdly iconic. Oscar, Oscar, Louise yells, or whatever they give you for commercials. You looked hot, Chris says, pulling Cooper toward him for a kiss. I hate working out, but you almost convinced me, Maeve says. Y'all are full of it, Cooper says, blushing, but he's smiling too. After the excitement dies down and the game comes back on, Addie reaches for her phone. I wonder if that was Phoebe calling earlier, she says before narrowing her eyes at the screen. No, it was her mom. Phoebe's mom has your number? I ask as Knox turns in her seat. She was Ashton's wedding planner, remember? Addie says, lifting the phone to her ear. A frown crosses her face as she listens to the message. Okay, this is weird. Mrs. Lawton is asking is Phoebe still with me because she's not answering her phone, which I mean, she was never with me exactly. We didn't go to the 4th of July party together. Did her mom call you? She adds, turning toward Knox. He pulls out his phone. Brow furrowed. No, you should call her back. On it, Addie says. She swipes at her phone and lifts it again, plugging it to her ear. Hi, Mrs. Lawton, she says after a few seconds. Phoebe's not? What? Her voice gets strained. No, she didn't. That was never. She what? What's happening? Knox asks urgently. Addie waves him away. No, we were We were definitely at the party together, but we didn't make plans for her to stay over. I haven't seen her since last night. Did you try Jules? Her expression turns grave as she listens to whatever Phoebe's mother is saying on the other end. Yeah, for sure. Keep me updated, okay? When she lowers her phone, her face is ghost pale. Phoebe didn't come home last night, she says, staring around at the ring of concerned faces. She texted her mom late to say she was spending the night at my house. Why would she do that? Because she was staying someplace else and didn't want her mother to know, Maeve suggests. Her eyes flick toward Knox, who has the same look on his face that he used to get when his dad, who's my boss at Myers Construction, didn't notice that he'd stopped by the office like he crushed and pretending not to be. I don't think Phoebe would do that, he says tightly. If she did, I messed things up for her, Addie says with a grimace. But why hasn't she checked in with anyone yet? She missed the commercial. Try calling her, Browen says. Addie does, but she's barely lifted her phone to her ear when she frowns and said straight to voicemail. Maeve has her phone out now, stabbing at the screen. I wonder if, okay, her Snapchat location is on, and it says she enlarges the screen and blinks a few times before holding me. She's at your house, apparently. Really, I ask? She wasn't there when I left. At least, I don't think she was. I slept late since I had a rare day off and didn't leave my room until it was time to come here. Crystal and Santa were gone, and Giano and Deacon were watching TV in the living room like usual. I don't have a clue where Reggie was, but his door was shut because at some point last night he managed to undo Santa's sheet contraption. Oh no, Browen says, like she's reading my mind. She couldn't be. She's not with Reggie, is she? No way, Maeve says. Phoebe would never. She was drinking a lot, though, Addie says worriedly. Not that much, Maeve says, though she looks less sure. But even if she were hanging out with Reggie at any point last night, she would have left by now. Unless he's not letting her, Louise says. Maeve punches his shoulder, like she thinks he's making a bad joke, but there's not a trace of a smile on his face. That got dark fast. We better check on her, I say. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys for the next video. Bye.